Luke still with First Priority of South Florida. Want to show you a quick tutorial how to set up a Zoom meeting and have the correct settings that we would love for you to have with a First Priority virtual club. If you just go to zoom.us, that'll take you right to their main page. You can sign up, it's free, by clicking the blue tab or the orange tab here on this page. I already have mine, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in real quickly and get up and running real quick. Once you get to in, you have your profile, your meeting, your webinars, your recording settings all on your left side. And then you have some other tabs, your upcoming meetings, schedule a meeting. First, what I want to do is take you to our settings tab for your whole Zoom account. If you click those settings, these are going to be your basic settings that we want you to make sure they are clicked or unclicked, depending on which ones we want, so that you can be safe in your virtual clubs. First, the host video, obviously we want that on. Participants video, that could be off. We want to use telephone and computer audio. Then we're going to scroll down. The rest of these right here are going to remain off, all the way down to require password for participants joining by phone. We do want that. We also want to mute participants upon entry, and the upcoming meeting reminder. Those can be checked on as well. They're just some basic stuff for us. Now, in the meeting settings, we want to allow chats to be on. We didn't prevent the chats from being saved by other participants, but we do want to make sure that the private chat is off and that the auto saving chat is on. This will allow you to go back if you have any questions that are typed into the chat that pertain to the club that you may need to answer at a later date. That'll be a good reference point for you. These play sounds when participants join or leave. That can stay off. File transfer you can keep off. We don't want to be transferring stuff. Feedback to Zoom, it's great to keep checked in case something happens in your Zoom that doesn't go well. Zoom will have a record of that. If there's some settings that get messed up, they can go in and fix things like that. Display, end of meeting experience feedback, that can stay off. The co-host, we recommend that may stay off as well. Allow host to be put attendee on hold. This is a great feature. Should maybe somebody might just become distracting. Maybe they're having a bad day. They're interrupting the meeting. This is kind of like a timeout zone where the host can simply put them in a timeout. It'll remove them from the screen, but not from the meeting. And then they can get put back in. Or if there's stuff going on in their background and you don't want to be distracted by it, the host can put them in a holding room, so to say. Always show meeting control bar. We want that to be checked. Show Zoom window during screen share, that's going to be off. Now, screen sharing, this is important. We want to turn screen sharing on, but for the host only. Only the host. We don't want participants sharing their screen. There's been a lot of situations where that's just not been beneficial for people. Disable desktop and screen share for users. We do want to check that. The annotation, whiteboard, and remote control all will remain off. We don't want people to be able to draw on the screen or share whiteboards. So those will remain off. The nonverbal feedback can remain off. Allow participants to rejoin. We do not want to click this. Let's say somebody got into your meeting that should not have been. The host removes them. This we want to make sure is unchecked, because if it's checked, they would be allowed to continue coming back in the meeting, and we don't really want that. We want to make sure breakout rooms are checked. This will be an option for you to have maybe smaller group discussions later on as your group grows. So a great little resource and tool. All of the rest of these, they can stay off until you get to the very bottom, which is waiting room. Now, we do want to check the waiting room and choose which participants to place in the waiting room. We're going to select all participants. That's everybody. So even if you get a passcode, even if you're a student leader already, everybody would go into a waiting room, and then the host, either the student leader or the campus mentor, whoever's facilitating the Zoom meeting will allow participants into the actual Zoom call. This is just another level of security. It's kind of like, hey, people who come on campus have to check in. They have to have the right credentials in order to get on a physical campus. This is a way to maintain that security on virtual campuses. We do want to check show a join from your browser link. This enables those whose cell phones maybe just don't have enough storage to download the actual app. They can watch from a web browser. Then, as you can see, email notifications. This is kind of cool when an attendee joins the meeting before the host. Now, it doesn't mean they actually get in because we've turned that function off, but it'll email the host, let them know people are trying to get on. When a meeting is canceled, if you have one scheduled and it gets canceled, an email notification will get sent to all those that were scheduled to be part. So those are the settings that we want you to have on your actual main Zoom account settings. All of those have been turned on. A couple of them have been turned off. So please make sure that those are the settings that you're using for your virtual club. We appreciate it. Have a great, great day.